The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. A young child shows up at a house. Trick or treat, they say. The adult who answers the door reaches into the trick-or-treater's bag and pulls out a fistful of candy. Then they give some of it back to the child. Not all of it, but some of it back to the child. Trick or treat? That's a very good question. Yesterday was Halloween, and it was also the day that this government chose to give islanders back some of their money which they had recently taken from them as excess tax revenues. As the Premier loves to say, he put money in the pockets of islanders, but only after he first took it out of there himself. We've all lived through one of the most challenging times in our province's history. People are more stressed than they have ever been before. Massively higher prices as a result of country-leading inflation has cost thousands of islanders thousands of dollars in runaway prices, not to mention added taxes as a result. And this has left lots and lots of folk living month to month with growing stresses and ballooning debts while government hoarded their cash. Money that was needed by tens of thousands of islanders to make ends meet and to ease the deep distress that was throughout our province. Yesterday's announcement, welcome as it undoubtedly was not crafted around the needs of all the islanders who have suffered through the last few unparalleled painful months, but rather around the political needs of this government, a government that would have known months ago that this surplus was accumulating and yet chose to sit on it. To sit on it, deflecting attention from their dreadful mismanagement while telling islanders to tighten their belts just so they could maximize the political benefit that this would bring. As welcome as this money is, let's be clear, $500 will not get you a family doctor in this province. $500 will not help you buy a house in this province. And it is not a plan for a solid future or a plan for a replacement for the bold leadership that islanders so desperately need at this time. So thank you, Premier, for finally recognizing the suffering in our communities, but shame on you for withholding this money for as long as you did, and shame on you for pretending that giving back candies that you've just taken is somehow an act of generosity or kindness. This was far more trick than treat. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.